The house in Fata Morgana is one of my absolute favorite games, and I have so many moments that I love in the game. These are my top 5 moments in the house in Fata Morgana. Suddenly, he sensed a presence in the room, much like the one from those nights some weeks earlier. Is someone there? Answer me. A slender feminine finger pressed gently against his lips. There was no hostility in the motion, but rather a great deal of affection. The silhouette faintly visibly in the dark room was the same as that night. A flash of lightning shone through the drawn curtains, illuminating her beautiful white hair. Several silky locks spilled over her shoulders and brushed against Mel's cheeks. A couple of soft puffs of air tickled his face, as though she was silently laughing. He assumed her finger, held against his lips, was her way of telling him to stay quiet. She began to slowly, delicately trace the outline of his mouth, moving down his neck and along his jawline, as if over porcelain. You were, rather more forward than I remember. Well, I suppose you always were quite daring. This isn't the first time you snaked into my bedchamber. The boy said in an attempt to conceal his surprise. Do you remember the night she came to exact revenge on him for her father? Indeed, she had proven herself to be a rather bold girl once already. It's dark. I can't see you very well. Why don't I light a lamp? Or perhaps we could open the... Before he could finish, the white-haired girl sealed his lips with her own. In the near total darkness of his bedchamber, the two shadows appeared as one. They remained that way for several minutes. Their kiss was innocent, no more than the pressing together of two pair of lips. And at the same time, the white-haired girl lovingly ran her fingertips across his skin. When the lips separated, Mel gasped for air. It seemed he had been holding his breath. Slightly embarrassed at himself, he said, "Dearest Mel." This moment is from the first door, and the reason it's in my top 5 is because this is where I went from liking the game to loving it. It is a moment that changes everything, not only in the first door, but in the whole game. Now we know that this won't be a cute love story, but a dark and tragic game full of the flaws of our very human characters. I love how when the scene begins you can immediately feel that something is wrong, and then when Nellie is revealed with the white hair wig, so freaking good. Open up! Please open the door! Stop it, you idiot! What do you think you're doing? Please, open the door! Polly, you promised me! Have you lost your mind? The only thing in here is a... It's not a beast! Huh? It's not a beast! A beast isn't living in this mansion! You're wrong. It is. There's a beast in there. A bestia. Get away from the door. The beast... It's not a beast! Open the door! Open the... I knew it! I knew it! I was right! You're alive! You're alive! You're alive! I never stopped believing. I knew you wouldn't die. Would you? Yukimasa? I had faith you were still alive. I wanted to prove it. And I was right. I'm so glad I had faith. I'm so glad I didn't give up. I missed you so. All this time, I never stopped thinking about you. I never stopped imagining our reunion. Yukimasa, I'm so glad you're alive. Stop it, Polly. Get away from him. That's That's the beast! You'll kill me if I don't kill you, and so I must show you that I will. I must show you that I'm serious. I must kill you, or you just won't understand. You just won't understand! If I don't show you firsthand, you just won't understand! I'll make you understand. I'll make you flesh and bones understand. Kill. I'll kill you. I'll kill you! This reveal is so awesome. Look at him. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the music is amazing for this scene too. That's it. Cry for me. Beg for your life. Pray for my mercy. Weep and struggle and suffer and die. Look at this. No one can stand up to me. Humans have no chance against beasts. This is one of the coolest parts of the game, and it's also what completely flipped my opinion of the second door. Before now, we believed that the merchant that the beast killed was Pauline's lover Yukimasa. We believed that because we saw his sprite for just a moment when the merchant knocked on the mansion door. What we didn't know at the time was that it was Yukimasa himself we saw, probably worried about opening the door to a human, since he thought it was a beast and therefore feared humans. Before this moment that you just saw, the story of the beast and the story of Pauline felt kinda disjointed, like they didn't really belong together. But now, when the true face of the beast is revealed, that disconnect between the stories is suddenly gone, and everything makes so much more sense, and it has made me appreciate the second door a lot from a writing point of view. It would seem you are not aware whose house you're trying to break into. The world went silent, like time had come to a stop. No one could manage to say a word, only stare at the man who appeared from within the mansion. Surely you know what this place is called. Beneath the dazzling midday sun, he had bone-chillingly alabaster skin and long, nearly translucently pale hair. So surely you came prepared for whatever you would find. And his eyes were like two blazing infernos staring out across the mob. A demon! Someone muttered, probably unconsciously. He did indeed look like something not of this world. It's a demon! The rumors about this place were true! A cursed demon lives there! Demon? Him? Michelle? No, he's not cursed. Indeed, I am cursed! The witch's curse is real. I have inherited it, in its entirety, as well as her purpose. A witch, a demon, a spirit impure. Call me whatever you wish, for the truth shall not change. I carry within me an eternal curse. Behold my flesh, pale as the moon. No red blood flows beneath this skin as it does yours. Behold my hair, utterly devoid of colour, offered up to the devil as part of our pact. Behold his crimson eyes, a symbol of the lifeblood spilt at my hands. I shall bring calamity upon you, as the witch of legend. Never-ending famine, plague, catastrophe, suffering for generations. Until the moment of your deaths, you shall regret ever coming near this place. No! Have mercy! We're just It was that woman! She brought us here, tempted us with promises of wealth. Deceived us, told us to pillage this house. We're innocent! Amity! Please have mercy on us! Give her to me then, as an offering. Absolutely, she's yours! Torture her however you please. I have one more condition. You never come near this house again. If you so much as consider it, you will all die by my curse. I swear it! We won't return! Run! Get out of here! Without so much as a glance back, the villagers scrambled into the forest, and Amity, the man who had rescued me that night, went right along with them. Is there any kindness in the world? I wasn't sure what to think anymore. Don't think I'm helping you. His voice rained down on me, but I couldn't lift my head. There was such a gaping void in my chest, gaping wound in my chest. I had no idea what questions I should be asking anymore. What I should be angry about. What I should be sad about. Not even the first clue. Look at me. Look at me, Giselle. Tell me, is it true you returned to the mansion to plunder it? That you brought those men here to rob me of my valuables? Answer me, Giselle. Yes, it's true. I persuaded them to steal from you. Are you really so desperate for money that you resort to looting? Just how low will you go? Not only did you seduce my father, not only did you go digging around for information about me, you brought a mob to this house. And they were armed too. Were you trying to get me killed? Answer me, Giselle! Not even going to defend yourself. Your scheme failed, so you retreat into silence. Oh, for God's sake, you sicken me. I'm done with you. I'm done. Leave this place and never show your face here again. As he shouted at me, and I stared into his fiery red eyes, a somewhat inappropriate thought crossed my mind. Huh. So we can get emotional like anyone else. This scene I love for multiple reasons. It's a starting point for the beautiful love story that will come, and it shows us so much of the best traits of both Michelle and Giselle. While the villagers see a horrifying demon, Giselle sees an angel in Michelle's appearance. Even here, even though she doesn't know the true him yet, she can see some of his beauty when no one else can. Then we have Michelle, who is furious, and rightly so. But even so, he finally listens to Giselle, because he can see her suffering and recognize his own in hers. It's the moment when they finally start to see each other as humans, rather than master and servant, and it is beautiful. I had never understood why some people found flowers so enchanting. They were always just plants to me. But that one, on that night, was undeniably beautiful, majestic. And like a young child seeing a flower for the very first time, my hand automatically reached out for it. Not knowing the proper way to appreciate flowers, I didn't gently caress its petals or take in its fragrance, but snapped its stem. Oh, you picked it! Are you going to bring it back to your room? When I finally processed her question, that was when I realized I probably should have left it to grow in the garden. From the base of its stem, where I had plucked it, a droplet succumbed to the gravity and fell to the earth. With it came the delayed realization that I had ended the plant's life. But it was overpowered by childish possessiveness. This stunning flower was mine. Moonlight trickled down from the heavens, giving a gentle bluish tint to my hands and the smile on her face. You're going to need a vase then. Give me just a minute. For For the briefest moment, the moonlight must have played a trick on my mind. Huh? Master? What on earth am I doing? A look of bewilderment filled Giselle's face, just inches from mine, which hammered in the reality of what I had just done. The thought had just crossed my mind that perhaps her black hair might prove a good backdrop for the rose, but it was supposed to remain a simple fancy. What was that about? An excuse. I need a good excuse. A drawing. A drawing? Right, I would like to preserve it on canvas. What? What? I mean, that rose on its own does not make a very compelling picture, so I would like to include you as an accessory. Wait, you want to draw me too? Merely as a background element. Michelle, you are so smooth, oh my god. You're slightly more interesting than a vase, that's all. Slightly more interesting than a vase, wow. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. He's almost as good with words as I am. I've never seen you draw anything before. I just never got the urge. You know how? Many years ago, my brother taught me. I don't think I can handle being a model. I never had a drawing done on me before. You would probably be better off with just a rose. You gave it to me, didn't you? That means I am free to do with this as I please. I did? I didn't mean to sound so rude. I had no real interest in drawing the rose, but I couldn't just take it back either. God, what am I doing? I want to bury my head in the sand. Giselle was waiting for me in the stained glass chamber. It seemed she was still just as uncomfortable as when I had left her. She gave me a fleeting glance before averting her gaze again. If only she would laugh or make a scene like usual, it would make things so much easier. Why did she have to choose now to start acting meek? What should I be doing? Stay perfectly still, please. Do you need me to pose or anything? No. Just get comfortable. Look away. Why? It's hard to work when you're watching me. What? I feel like I have to sneeze. Hold it in, please. What now? Can I see it? I've barely drawn anything yet. As long as our eyes didn't meet, I was able to observe her, and my gaze was quite clearly not focused on the rose, but Giselle. At first I had regretted my in-the-moment proposition, but I was beginning to think it hadn't been such a bad idea. Without some sort of pretext, I would never have been able to examine her so intently. I didn't have that kind of courage. This isn't like me. But what was like me? Did I prefer being a sharp-tongued, unapproachable recluse? Was that what I wanted to strive for? Giselle was like a gale. Her mere presence dispersed the gloomy cloud that always hovered around me. Thinking about it, it's practically a miracle that we ever ended up so comfortable around each other. That she's still here right now. Light from the moon spilled through the stained glass window, taking on a multitude of pale tones before falling on her white skin and jade eyes. I had stopped sketching at some point. What in the world was going on? One of my roses had finally bloomed, which I thought would put a smile on Michel's face. But rather than improve his mood, it had made him go all strange. It had made him say that he wanted to draw something. I had never seen Michel draw anything before. I can't sit still. I tried to sneak peeks of him every now and a while, but anytime our eyes met, he gave me a stern, look that way stare. So I ended up spending a whole lot of time looking at the archangel in the stained glass window. What could he be thinking? Could this be thanks for the rose? I'm pretty sure he's not the type who would consider a drawing an expression of gratitude, though. If I'm wrong about that, it'll turn my whole world upside down. Maybe he wanted to draw me. No, that's not possible. That would turn the world upside down even faster. He couldn't. We're close, to be sure, but we're not that kind of close. That makes it sound like Michel's attracted to me. And there's no way. There's absolutely no way. He compares me to an obese rat and calls me an amateur at chess, laughing while he crushes me. So that's not what this is it? Huh? Oh, yes? If it's too much trouble, you're free to leave. This will take a very long time to complete. Oh no, no trouble. You had a very stern look on your face is all. Was that doing that bad a job at hiding it? I don't want to force you to do anything you don't want. It was foolish of me to ask you. I'm sorry. Honestly, it's no trouble. I mean it. You just took me by surprise, that's all. I'm not even that great of an artist to begin with. That's not a talent I was blessed with. If I'm being honest with myself, I can't imagine anyone would be pleased to have bad art drawn for them. What? What's he getting so negative about? I wasn't the only one making a face. His head was turned slightly downward, a forlorn shimmer in his eyes. I'd never seen him make that face before. He resembled a child who had just been scorned by his mother. I wasn't at all angry or displeased with him. I was just fine, honestly. I had to get that through to him. I am pleased. It doesn't matter how it turns out. You drew it for me, Master. Whether it's good or bad is irrelevant. I would... But the moonlight shining through the stained glass was so enchanting. I lost myself in it. I would be happy with anything drawn for me by the man I love. I had to cut this part short because it's so long and we would have been here all day if I didn't. But this part and all that comes after until they finally admit that they both feel the same about each other is just pure romance perfection. The will they won't they, the music, the CGs, everything about it just pulls on your heartstrings and makes at least me so invested. Especially since his love confession is something so difficult for both Michel and Giselle. For them to overcome their fears and insecurities and confess their love for each other, no matter how many times I see this scene, it will never stop making me emotional. Something seemed off. Not only with the story she had just told, with her, and with you yourself. Assuming everything she had said was the truth. Which or not, my mind is made up. Which would strike you first, I wonder? Regret or the curse? You seem to be doing just fine. It's only a tale. The witch is real, very much so. It's not a legend nor a fairy tale. The witch is me. That's right. It wasn't the white-haired girl who had claimed to be the witch. And that wasn't all. Or do you mean to reclaim your old self no matter the cost? If you do, if you're sincerely prepared to do that, then be wary of the tale that comes next. Any tragedy that seems too beautiful to be real, It's precisely that. A fabrication. None of your questions had been answered. You still didn't know who the painting was, or what had taken place so long ago that caused the mansion to summon people to it. You didn't even know who you were, for that matter. There was still more to be done. You had to find the truth. You needed to find someone, that much was certain. But was the story the maid had told correct about whom? And if it was, what about her? What about the woman whose name you couldn't say? The woman who had so cheerfully called you master? We agreed that we would live together, not just in the same house, so we got plenty of time to add more to the list. And I hope you can make your own list about me too. This is just the beginning after all. We got a long, long time ahead of us. Plenty enough to get to know each other, no? You must say your name. You must take her hand. You must make her smile once again. You mustn't reclaim your old self. It's dark. Dark. It's dark. It's dark again. It's dark. 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 Constantly. Constantly engulfed in darkness. You threw it away every single time. I must break out of this darkness. I'll give you a world that's not cruel to you. I must escape and take your hand. Because that's the reason. Oh, I got a wonderful idea. I came here. You can curse them with me. I must return. I must reclaim. We can think of new ways to torture them. We'll all be happier if you stay here. Just think about it. Stay here in this world. You'll be right at home. No. I did the best I could for you, nothing more. This is not where I belong. No matter how much the world of darkness may suit me, you'll never be able to do it. I must reclaim my true self. I'm reclaiming myself. This is brilliant. Do you have any idea how terrible a decision that is? Do you have any idea why I fabricated that story? It was all for you. So stay here. Stay right where you are. The darkness suits you better. Don't get your hopes up, my dear. There's nothing for you there. You have nothing. I'm offering you a place by my side. You should just take it. There is no salvation for you anywhere. None. At all. Anywhere. From anyone. Ever. Reclaim myself. She has long since lost all grip on reality. And you think there's anything you can do for her now? Despite having repeatedly failed to even regain yourself. Reclaim myself. Well, I suppose you're going to be stubborn. As much as I don't want to, I have to place a curse on your soul. That's right. The white-haired girl was never at the mansion. I'm getting goosebumps, guys, this is so good! This is my favorite part of the whole game, and just as I said during my live stream, it gives me goosebumps. It's a scene that is full packed of so many twists and turns. At first we believe we are the white-haired girl and that the maid is the witch Morgana. Then we start to reclaim ourselves and realize that something doesn't add up. If the maid is the witch, then why does someone else speak in our head trying to stop us? Then a whole revelation about the white-haired girl never being at the mansion. This part I think might be a mistranslation though. She definitely was at the mansion, just not when Michelle was there. But even so, the revelation is effective, and when we see the image of the white-haired girl change into an image of Giselle, Holy crap, it's good. And then of course we learn that we are Michelle from the fourth door, and that the one we love has been with us this whole time. The maid is Giselle, and we must make her remember our past. I can't even begin to describe how much I love all of this. The game fooled us into believing we're almost done, but no. The 4 doors were just a prologue, and now the true story begins. And oh my goodness, what a fantastic story it is. So, these were my favorite scenes from the house in Fata Morgana. Which are your favorites? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, take care, and I will see you guys next time.